Welcome back. Now, before the break, we asked you guys how many pounds of turkey do Americans eat every year? You think 1 million?
I mean, all the world?
Americans.
On Thanksgiving.
Wow, I have no idea.
Okay, well, here's the answer.
Well, okay, 3 million.
Here's the answer. Americans consume 736 million pounds of turkey on Thanksgiving Day. Now, that's about the weight of the Empire State Building. Can you believe that?
Well, wait a second. There's 320 million people in the country. That means 2 pounds per person?
Apparently, there's some people out there eating extra turkey on Thanksgiving Day.
That's why Stovetop made those pans.
Eating pans.
Oh my gosh.
Well, as we've been mentioning, turkey is the star of your Thanksgiving dinner. So there's several different ways to make it. So Randall Tonjes is here with us this morning. And I love that you have a couple different things you're going to be showing us.
Yes. So one of the things is that, first of all, when you go to the store and you get a turkey, you'll find that a lot of the turkeys have water added. And really what that is like a sodium solution. And why they're doing that is because turkey in itself is it's a dry thing. So when people try to make turkey moist, it just doesn't work so well. So what you want to think about is, okay, if I'm going to buy a turkey, and usually it's frozen, that water added is going to plump. What happens is the mussels absorb that excess moisture, and then when you roast it, it prevents it from getting overly dry. Because most of us tend to overcook our turkey, and that's why, because you're always like, oh, no, don't let there be any pink. Of course, you want to cook it to 165 everywhere you want to do it, but you don't want to cook it to 180 and cook all the moisture out of it. So,
or just deep fry it.
Well, you could do that too, certainly.
That's a little more dangerous, a little more daring.
So what I did is I brought a recipe that's called brine. And now brine, whether you deep fry it, whether you smoke it, whether you roast it, you would still brine it. So even if you have solution added, solutions added to your turkey when you bought it, you could still brine it and flavor it, because that's the idea, is we're flavoring that turkey. And brine will absorb into the mussel, and this brine actually has juniper berries, which are really not a berry, but they're actually kind of like a cone. But they have like this really sharp, tart quality to them, usually used with game. And then we have rosemary, which is like juniper and rosemary, very close in cousins. And then there's maple syrup.
Yum.
And salt. So you got the combination of those 3 things. And then we brine it. Now I roasted this turkey. So these are 2 breasts that came off the turkey.
It looks really good.
This looks, I mean, you are a pro, but this looks like holiday magazine worthy.
Exactly.
Well, hello. I am a professional. So I sure hope that it does look that way.
I wish I would have been on camera. He was like, hello.
Hello, I'm Randall.
Well, no, I don't mean it like that. I mean it like that, and I should, be worthy of being able to do that,
Yes.
So I brought some turkey along, and what I did is, one thing is that you can roast your turkey ahead of time, and I did this yesterday. And then today I cut it, and then what I would do at home, or even in the profession, is I'd layer this into something called a hotel pan. And what we would do is then put broth in the hotel pan, cover it with foil, and put it in the oven, and just slowly heat that turkey up.
Yeah.
He did one of those, hello. I mean, can you just smell that? It is incredible.
So so why don't you guys grab a little bit and try this.
It smells like you don't even need to dunk it in the gravy.
No.
That's how you
I want you to try it all by itself right now.
Okay.
And then we're gonna do some chutney, because I brought a little bit, a little different take on cranberry.
You brought
a
cranberry chutney?
But that is so good.
Do you taste the maple and the...
Wow. Let me just double check if I can taste that.
And it's so moist.
Well, that's because I'm heating it up in that broth again. Okay, A, don't overcook it. B, when you reheat it in broth. Reheat it in an environment that's going to absorb that excess moisture again. So, all right, now let's try it with a little bit.
Whatchamacallit things you did?
That's with the brine, yeah. So this was brine. Now you could smoke this thing, or you could
put a little dabaroo on my.
You could fry it, so it doesn't really matter.
You want some more, Christy? Or?
I'm doing okay.
Okay.
I mean, I'll come grab more.
So now this is a little bit different take on a cranberry sauce. What it does is it brings in some flavors from India.
Yeah, you said it was a chutney.
So there's like some ginger being brought into this. There's some garam masala, which is a blend of spices.
Oh my gosh, that's good.
So it's kind of sweet, tart, tangy.
Yeah.
spicy.
It's a little bit tart, but not like pucker your lips tart. But
It's got
it's
a little bit
very,
of punch with the
yeah.
spice.
Right.
And then with kind of the turkey with a little bit of a sweeter brine, it kind of mixes and matches.
And then
well.
like let's say after Thanksgiving,
Chutney just hit me.
you could mix this chutney with maybe a little mayonnaise, and then do like a chutney a mayonnaise with your turkey sandwich.
Oh my gosh, this is really good. I'm gonna lick my plate.
So,
I'm being serious.
So now, what do we do with the stuff once it's left over?
Right.
Well, one of the things I suggest is taking all your leftover turkey, and when you reheat it again, reheat it in your leftover broth if you have any, or just get some broth and flavor that, or season it, and then reheat your turkey in there, because you want to reintroduce all those flavors. And these are some crepes I made this morning.
Okay.
And a crepe is just basically a French thin pancake. It's kind of eggy,
Yeah.
I did that too this morning.
Yeah. Chris gets up and makes Isabella breakfast every morning.
Come on.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take some of our leftover turkey.
Can I keep eating this?
Yes, go ahead.
You keep going, Chris.
But you have to share.
It's
I
our
will.
pre-Thanksgiving.
Remember, we have to be thankful for our co-hosts.
That's right. Do you want any more, Christy? Or?
I'll come get it after a little bit. I'm gonna have.
Well,
some
I
of
think
these.
you're gonna wait till you taste this.
Yes.
All right.
I'm gonna
Oh,
save
that's right. I
some
better
room.
save some room, huh?
How are we doing on time? I don't
We're
even
doing
know.
well.
We're doing okay? All right.
Yeah.
So then I'm going to have you do spinach.
You want me to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Since he's eating. Well,
Chris is just here to taste test.
so these are some tomatoes I diced up and then kind of sauteed in a little bit of butter and some garlic. And that's just cooked spinach.
Swap spots.
Switch. Ooh, nice tango.
Just like a tortilla, or what do we?
That's the crepe.
Well, you know what this is? This is actually this Italian dish called a crispella.
Swap
And
spots.
What?
it's a savory crepe.
Crispella, you
Yeah,
said?
but it's Italian usually. Yeah. So crispella.
Mortadella.
Sì. Well, I love Italy. So, anyways, what we do is we make a kind of a roll without the paper. That's a good idea. And then what we do is, Chris, do you want to give us a little?
Wow, I didn't even see where
So
you were
give
going.
give us a little bit of this and a little bit of this, like about half there,
Okay.
or about quarter.
So what's
'cause we're gonna-
that?
That is, guess what that is? Leftover gravy with cream and Parmesan cheese.
Ooh.
Boom,
that?
boom. Yep, perfect.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, then we're gonna lay our crispella in there.
Because you do get, no offense, but kind of sick of the same old after you have the big
That's
Thanksgiving
why-
meal.
Yeah,
It's a way to use a lot of different things that you probably
And-
had on your table.
And actually, I think I might do this just for Thanksgiving itself.
This is your meal,
All right, now
people.
let's top it up.
Okay.
All right, so then this can go in the oven, and we're gonna give it a little cheese as well. Now we're gonna use some fontina. So this is what they call a Florentine, and Florentine is spinach and tomatoes, and typically turkey, but you can use veal or chicken, doesn't matter.
Now, if I didn't have these, can I do it in a glass pan?
Yes.
Okay.
So in the recipe, I've actually said an oval baking dish,
Okay,
or a 9x13 or an 8x8.
perfect.
9x13 is a little big, so you might want to double the recipe that I have on there.
Okay.
But then that goes into the oven.
and
Is
then
that the finished product?
Yes.
TV
And
magic.
then I have the pretty arabesque,
Yay.
the Dansk arabesque collection.
Nice.
All right.
Are you
we
ready
see
to
that? Okay,
taste
good.
test? You ready?
Yeah.
So, well, we
Here it
got to do
comes.
one more step. One more step.
Oh.
Oh, here we are. We're ready to eat.
More
I'm
cheese?
sorry, lo siento. Now we're going to do a little basil. Basil.
Basil. I need some basil in my crispella.
Basil, we need some basil. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do something called a chiffonade, where we kind of take the leaves
Oh, do you smell that?
and we roll them into a cigar-like shape or a medicinal cylinder. And then we do these short little slices. And
Look
this
at
is-
his knife skills,
I
Chris.
was
We learned
just-
how to do that. Keep your
just
point down.
and always claw. And then we're going to put a little fresh basil on top of that.
Ooh, now I smell that. Wow.
Yeah. All
Isn't
right.
that just, it's just like so strong,
All right, let's give that a try
but
now.
it's so good. I can just dig into this one.
Yes.
This is for me?
Yep.
Yay. Now, I do have another question. Could I use a tortilla if I'm not going to make
Absolutely.
grapes?
Absolutely.
Here
Tortilla
I'm trying to find all of the ways to kind of...
some the tubes, the pasta, the tubes,
Oh, yeah, like
or
the little...
lasagna.
Oh.
Or
Lasagna.
Oh, nice.
Lasagna noodles. Because really all that is just kind of a...
Oh my gosh.
Uh-huh.
That is so good. And you usually think of crepes as using something sweet, but this fits
Right,
perfectly
right,
in.
right.
Wow.
Because this summer I came in on and we did the sweet crepes, but then I wanted to do something savory, and this just gave me a great chance to do
A
that.
good buttery shard right now.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh, buttery chard would be beautiful in this, actually.
Wouldn't it?
So you could certainly use chard instead of the spinach.
I'm talking about Chardonnay.
Chardonnay with your chard?
Yes.
He's talking about putting some wine next to him while he's eating these.
This would be great with like a Pinot Grigio or a Pinot Blanco or anything from that Veneto area.
Wow. This is really good.
It's phenomenal.
And that sauce, repurposing the gravy
Yep.
into a cheese sauce. Oh my gosh. Randall, you're brilliant.
And it's got that great little salt bite to it. I don't know what that is, but where's the salt coming from?
Maybe
cheese
from the cheese. Yeah.
Well done, man.
Thank you very much.
Anything else that we should know about?
Well, we got a big Thanksgiving to do at the
Yeah?
Everybody's
Are you
excited.
serving this?
I don't know. Should
Maybe.
we?
I think you should. I loved it.
But no, we're gonna do pretty much a classic stuff. But like we're gonna do green bean casserole. But what we do is we make our own, cream and mushroom soup. We make our own fried onions. So when we go to build things like this, we do it from scratch. So our students understand, yes, you can use those convenience foods, but what's the traditions behind that? How do you actually do this without getting there? And then also, we make stock and things like that. So in our first year program, really we're introducing students to this basic ideas: stocks, soups, sauces, pie crust, cake formula.
Wow.
Salad dressings, things like that. Then in the second year, we have these extended kind of certificates where they can either go on to learn what kind of skills do I need to be a chef? How do I manage my money? How do I manage my kitchen? How do I develop menus and things like that? And then we're going to do some advanced baking classes and some ethnic cuisine classes like French cuisine and Italian cuisine, all that kinds of stuff. So, these are just things where once you have a really good, solid base of culinary foundation, things like this kind of come naturally to me because I'm as experienced as I am. I teach, and so I have to kind of think in ways like this.
Yeah.
So it does come relatively easier for me,
But you made it easy for us to make at home, and that's
Exactly.
what I appreciate.
the thing is that it's not complicated. It really isn't.
Right.
Good stuff, man.
Thank
Ooh,
you very much.
so good.
Thanks.
Don't
Happy
forget
Thanksgiving.
Hey,
recipes going to be up online ndtoday.tv, and we have much more to come here on our Thanksgiving special.